Next on our list is Israel. And no, this story is not about the war. It's about what's happening in Israel despite the war. Today, there was a major announcement. Intel will invest $25 billion, the largest ever investment in Israel. $25 billion. Intel wants to build a new chip-making plant there. It already has a sizable presence in Israel. Intel operates 4 facilities in the country, including a manufacturing plant, which is some 25 kilometers northeast of Gaza. So this expansion is like a vote of confidence. But what is the broader sentiment like? Before the war, Israel was known for being a business-friendly destination. Has the war in Gaza changed that perception? Here's a report.
When there's war, economic concerns often take a back seat. Israel isn't an exception. The Israeli government is running a deficit. Plans are being discussed to slash expenses and raise revenues. But that hasn't stopped Israel from making a bold offer. The government has offered $3.2 billion worth of incentives to Intel. In exchange, Israel is getting its biggest investment ever, a whopping $25 billion. Intel is making a long-term bet on Israel. It already makes chips there, and now it plans to expand production. The $25 billion will buy Israel a bigger chip facility. The new plant will begin operations in 2028 and will keep running for at least 7 years. The investment deal includes a spending clause too. Intel will spend around $16 billion. This is to hire Israeli suppliers. The agreement was in the works for a while. Netanyahu had talked about it a few months ago.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the largest investment ever made in the state of Israel. This is a tremendous expression of confidence in Israel's economy and shows precisely the power of the free economy we have built here and the technological economy that is developing here.
4 months later, Israel would declare a war on Gaza. It became one of the deadliest terror attacks in decades. Israel's response is still unfolding.
This war has necessary and not easy goals to achieve. It takes place in complex territory. Therefore, the war will go on for many months, and we will employ different methods to maintain our achievements for a long time.
But the war hasn't affected Intel's plans. They're still going ahead, perhaps because the incentives are too attractive to overlook. Israel isn't in a position to ignore the investors. Before the war, foreign investments in Israel fell sharply, falling by a record 60%. The global slowdown was hitting the Israeli economy hard. Israeli experts blamed the turmoil in the tech sector, rising inflation, and Netanyahu's judicial reform for the dip. The war has created more challenges. Businesses have faced boycott calls from pro-Palestinian groups. There have been protest rallies as far as the United States. The Intel deal provides a respite to Israel. It's an investment in Israel's future, but the current situation remains fraught with uncertainty.